Hi, this is Chad Everson, and I'd like to welcome you to Temerity Magazine. Hi, I'm Chad Everson, and this is Temerity Magazine. Temerity Magazine is going to be sharing with you relic and treasure hunters from across the globe. Europe, Scotland, Australia, South Africa, all across the United States. We're getting grizzly right in our own grizzly backyards, hunting relic and treasure. Each and every day here on Oopa Loopa Cafe.
Hi, I'm Auntie K, Yard Sales Arena. That's A-N-T-I-Q-U-E, like antique, but pronounced Antique. Here with Uncle Vintie, the Vintage Tool Man, with our first Temerity segment on the Oopa Loopa Cafe. Uncle Vintie and I live outside Annapolis, Maryland, and today is October 29th, and you might hear the wind picking up and hear a little rain behind us. That's because Hurricane Sandy is on the way. It's projected to make landfall just a little bit north of us about 8 p.m. tonight. They are calling Sandy the Frankenstorm because normally the hurricane would come up the east coast and veer out into the Atlantic Ocean. But because of a unique high pressure system from the north, Sandy is going to make a sharp westward turn and come inland. Sandy is 800 miles in diameter. It's enormous. It's projected that 10 million people will be without power. We're hoping we're not one of them, but we do have a power generator just in case. And we also have oil lamps. This is one of the many items that I collect. Now, a little bit about our history. I've been picking since I was a little kid. My parents tell me that it was hard to walk with me because I was always picking up little stones and pieces of glass and coins and things like that. Well, I progressed from there, and in college, Uncle Vintie and I used to go to flea markets, yard sales, junk places, anywhere we could, and pick up really neat old antiques and other interesting items. In fact, we furnished our first apartment with those items. But I really think I got hooked when my Uncle Frank took me to a huge flea market outside of St. Louis, Missouri. Oh my gosh, I crammed my little Honda inside full of crocks and jugs, other assorted antiques, and I was hooked from that point on. The wind is starting to pick up out here, so we're going to have to close out quickly. Uncle Vintie collects vintage tools, and he can repair anything. In his segments, he's going to show you how to repair, restore, and repurpose items. Each one of the items that we pick has its own unique history. We look forward to sharing our finds and their stories with you. So, we want to thank Rick Osmond for this opportunity and Chad Everson for having the temerity to invite us to be part of the team. We're signing out with temerity, or as I like to say, temerily yours. I coined that word. I can do that. I'm the reigning yard sales arena.